Welcome to another episode of Ben and Jon Do Cars. Today we are looking at this.
My newly acquired C270 diesel estate.
Let's do it.
Yes! Ow! Yeah, that was bad.
Owie!
Let's go. So, thank you for joining us for yet another episode of Ben and Jon Do Cars. Today we are in my Mercedes C270 estate. This was a 2003 model, but they made this model from I think 2001 to about 2006, 2007. None of that really makes any difference. It's a fairly old Mercedes diesel estate. That's all you really need to know.
Yeah.
Well, I've been driving it for about a month now, 6 weeks maybe, and it fulfills the brief extremely well.
So tell us why you sold your ZS to buy this.
Yes, well, I loved my old MG ZS. Insert clip here.
That was a great car.
That was a great car.
I loved that car.
I loved that car as well, and it was actually very reliable, but it was very thirsty. And I was starting to do more miles for business and things like that, and it was just didn't really give off the right image, and also it was a little bit uncomfortable. It was a little bit tiresome on long journeys. So I thought, right, time to get rid of the ZS. I want something that I can just poodle about in, cruise around in, good on the motorways, preferably automatic. I wanted an auto. I've had them before, and you know, for the job that they're intended for, which is just cruising around, they do a very good job. So I wanted an auto, preferably a diesel, something fairly economic and something reasonably powerful.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
ended up with this.
We've got the C270.
I must say, it's quite comfortable in here.
Lovely.
I mean, there's plenty of room on the armrest, which is nice. The seats are quite comfortable. Aesthetically looking, it's all right actually. Like, got this lovely shiny fake wooded effect on the
shiny plastic wood. Lovely.
It's absolutely delicious. I mean, you've got soft touch on the dashboard, all the touch points are nice and close. Heaters, yeah, heaters, the heat up.
Or they cool you down.
Or they cool you down.
What's saying here.
Shall we see how fast the windows go?
Okay.
I'll race you.
Let's do all four. Because, you know, this is a Mercedes. We've got electric windows in the back as well.
So if we put them all down.
Oh god, the
oh, camera! Can't do that one now. Oh god! Disaster! Okay, so
cameras are all down. I mean,
windows are all down. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go! I think you won there, dude.
I think the rears went up quickly.
No way! I wasn't even looking.
Maybe.
We'll have to get that on the action replay because we're all facing forward. Yes! Put your foot down then, Ben. Drop down a cog.
So in terms of performance, we've got a 2.7 5-cylinder diesel engine, common rail diesel injection, 170 horsepower from the factory. It doesn't set the world on fire, but it's fast enough. It's fast enough that it's not annoyingly slow, and that was the thing. I did consider the C220, but I just thought 140 horsepower is something that's probably fairly big and heavy. I don't know how heavy this car is. I think it's about 1,500 kilos, 1,550, something like that.
Sounds about right, mate.
140 horsepower in that is just, yeah, it's probably going to be a bit not quite enough. So we got 170 going through whatever this gearbox is. Merck's 5-speed automatic that was made for donkey's years. I've had this gearbox in petrol Mercedes before, and for the age, it's a really, really nice gearbox. Way nicer than the Audi, probably even the BMW gearbox at the time. So performance is bordering between adequate and brisk, I would say. I've got no idea what the top speed of this car is. I'm sure on the books it's probably about 130, 135. But I have no idea how fast it'll go. I don't really care, to be honest.
No, this is not a car that you're going to really race around, is it? This is a cruise wagon.
Exactly. So part of the reason, as well as wanting something a bit economic, I wanted an estate so we can stick the dog in the back. I have a dog. His name is Zeppelin. Enter shots of Zeppelin here. So
as you can see,
Zeppelin fits in the back no problem. He has a great time. We can take him for walks and not worry about him getting the seats dirty and stuff. So
he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He might look menacing, but he's a sweetheart.
So one in the estate, one in the diesel, wanted to be able to cruise around, and for my money, and it was my money,
I would hope so as well.
this is the best car for the job, for the budget at least.
For the budget. Well, now we're on the like faster roads, smoother roads. This thing really comes into its element, really.
Yeah, I mean,
we're cruising along. You can't hear the road. The comfort's good. Revs are low. It's just purring along.
it's just purring along. We're doing 2,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour. At this kind of speed, I did a run the other day to about 100 miles each way, and cruise control set at 70 on the motorway, and I averaged just under 52 miles to the gallon, which I was very happy with.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
I like to think that I'm I have a broad
Here we go.
I have a broad taste in cars, okay?
Yeah.
But sometimes I just want to waft.
Yeah. Just
I can
waft around like a fart in the wind.
Exactly. I can appreciate a car for its ability to just cruise, and that's what this car does exceptionally well.
It really does. I can sit in here. You can chauffeur me about all day, Ben.
Absolutely.
Perfectly fine with me. Shall we see what the radio's like?
Now let's see what the radio's like, but to do so,
Oh yes, let's cycle through.
I found this in the car after I bought it, now 91.
Now, those who know me know that I love my cheesy pop music.
Yay!
This is right up my street. Let's get it going.
Let's get it going!
Yes! Oh, I don't know the words. Never knew that I could mean so much.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And it's too hard to sleep. I got the sheets on the floor, hugging the knees, backing up my door.
See that head little girl, tell me that your waist looks slimmer.
Do you know that long ago we walked down the same road? Don't bring that bad day with ya, leave it at the door.
So, as you could probably have heard, the stereo in this is pretty good.
Pretty good. Enough to have a good party whilst you're driving along,
Yeah.
loving life. What more do you want? One of the good things about this car, obviously it's an estate, but it does have a lot of room in the boot. And another good thing is the seats fold flat, which means you can get a whole wealth of stuff in the boot.
Check out how much stuff you can fit in the boot of this car. It's mental. So yeah, physically it's quite a small car. I would hazard a guess to say that if you put this side by side with, say, a Focus or a Golf Estate, a new one, it's
This
probably,
probably
smaller.
smaller.
Yeah. So this shape C Class is actually quite a small car,
Yeah.
but loads of room in the back.
Loads of room. And you could even, what do you reckon? We could probably go camping in this and sleep in this?
Now then, the boot is so big.
So big.
It's practically a double bed.
This is delicious.
Hello. So, we have got in this car dual zone climate control.
For those who don't know, that means I can be hot and Ben can be cold, or vice versa.
Or vice versa. So should we test how effective that is? Well, let's just make the car one temperature.
Okay, let's crank it right
Let's
down.
crank it right down.
Put the AC on, see how cold it can get.
Oh, it's ice cold coming out of the vent. It's been a few minutes now and it's pretty cold.
What, dude, it's cold.
Top marks for the heating. Let's get the heating cranked up now because I want to warm up.
Whoa, goodness me.
But the heat's been on for a while now and
Safe to say that the heat as well.
it does a good job. It does a good job. So
let's just like
let's get it down to a tepid sort of 20 degrees.
it's like I'm on the beach, man.
So AC and heater work very well.
Let's
right.
turn that
Down so
down.
you can hear us. Now, will it drift?
Will it drift?
It's dry, so I'm going to say probably not. But let's give it a go anyway.
It drifts! It drifts! It drifts!
It kind of drifts.
That was fun.
Try again.
Yeah.
drift.
You can't drift.
So,
Which way are we going?
doesn't matter, mate. Well, you have to go left.
Yeah.
So, Johnny's just jumped in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
What do you feel? What's your first impressions?
Well, first impressions is that you get the seat back
It's on the door, mate.
on the door, mate. Oh yeah.
Electric seats.
That's better.
On that note, shall we talk about some of the equipment this car has got?
I'd love to know all about the equipment.
Well, bear in mind this is 14 years old and it's a C Class, okay? It's not top of the range.
No.
It's not got like all the stuff that you would have had. But when I first bought this car, I was staggered at how much stuff it's got. It's got some cool stuff.
So tell me.
Let's run through it. So we've gone through the dual zone climate control. That's fairly standard.
Yeah.
Obviously air conditioning, you'd expect that in a car like this.
Yeah.
Cruise control, speed limit
Whoa.
control.
Whoa.
Fully,
The seat is fully electric.
fully electric driver's seat.
I don't know how to use it.
We've got a half electric passenger seat. It's got parking sensors front and rear, and not only does it make a noise, it also has little like
Lighty
LED
up
light
things.
things. We'll show you a clip of that in a second. Front and back. The back ones are actually in the headlining, and you look at it through the rearview mirror. How clever is that?
Wow.
Pretty sick, eh?
Pretty sick, hey?
So parking's nice and easy. What else have we got?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
Trip computer's got a lot of stuff on it.
Cruise control.
We've got, yeah, like we say. Oh, we've got rain sensing wipers.
Yes, we have.
Let's test those out. Cut to a rain sensing wiper test now.
Whoa!
One of the nice features of the car is that for 2003, pretty advanced, we've got rain sensing wipers.
But it's not raining at the moment, so we can't show you. But
Rain simulation.
oh!
Yes!
Yes! Woo!
That is high tech.
That is high tech.
That is 2003 high tech. What else have we got? Yeah, rain sensing wipers. We've got automatic headlights. We got like get you home lights, so you can choose on the computer how long you want the fog lights to stay on after you turn it off and lock the car.
No, you can't.
You can.
No, you can't.
Unbelievable.
I know. Who'd have thought?
Unbelievable,
Who'd
Jeff.
have thunk it?
So basically, if I had bought a 2002-2003 E Class and it had this level of equipment, I would have been impressed.
Yeah, I think so.
If I'd bought this age S Class and it had this, I would have expected it.
Yeah.
But to get it all in a C Class, I'm pretty impressed.
Not bad, is it?
There's no way that you don't get half as much of this stuff, even in a well-spec'd E46 3 Series.
No.
I've owned an E46 3 Series and it had none of this. It had parking sensors.
Yeah.
Other than that, it had none of this.
It's good. I think the level of gadgets and the comfort and stuff like that for this age C Class. Anyway, I mean, you'd expect it in a modern one, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely. What do we think about the styling of the car, Johnny?
It's classic Mercedes, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Classic Mercedes. It's smart looking, it's no sharp edges. I mean, the windows have got that blue kind of tint to them
Yeah,
that
like that.
a lot of Mercedes have. Got the Mercedes badge at the front, which I quite like. All Mercedes pretty much have that these days. Oh! Auto box is quite smooth.
Smooth.
I like that.
How do you find the performance?
Put your foot down. It's a bit of, if you want to put your foot down, obviously with the auto box it drops down a few gears for you, but you put your foot down, you do have to wait a little bit for it to sort itself out. Then it drops down, and the acceleration is quite progressive, it's quite nice. It's smooth, that's what I like, it's buttery smooth.
Yes.
And if you're just cruising there, just ease the throttle forward, and it drops, it goes into the higher gear without you even noticing it. In some autos, when you're accelerating, and it changes into the higher gear, it goes, and then it's in the higher gear, and you're like, now. In this, you don't get that. It's
Nice
quite
and
smooth.
smooth.
It goes like that. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, Johnny.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Big question, a lot of people. You know, it's rear-wheel drive. Can it do burnouts? The simple answer is no.
No, it cannot.
Can't do burnouts. However, having said that, it does still feel rear-driven.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you get around the corner, the back end does step out a little.
yeah, like so. That's one of the reasons I'm not one of those people that's a purist. And you're like, you should only rear-wheel drive is so much better. But I do prefer the feel of a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah, it's nicer. Much nicer.
That was one of the reasons I wanted this over, say, the Saab, because that's only front-wheel drive.
Yeah, makes sense.
I like the rear-wheel drive. So, no, you can't do burnouts, and you can't really do any drifting.
That's a nice M3.
Isn't it?
I love the M3s, bro.
Me too. We love M3s. Let's put something on the screen right now. We drove an M3.
We love M3s.
And we also drove an M4. So
We love M cars.
yeah. But this is about Mercedes, Johnny.
Sorry.
What do you think of the general build quality?
General build quality is pretty good. It's German. You know it's German because it's
Yeah.
Mercedes. But you also get the feel that it's German. It's pretty sturdy in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's pretty hardcore. Like,
There's not really many squeaks or rattles that I've seen. I mean, this car
I
is.
can't really hear any squeaks. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. But on that note, not a single one.
Lovely stuff.
That's testament to
And
the
again,
car.
this isn't an S class. This is a C class.
With over 130,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I mean,
You'd be expecting rattles.
absolutely. This has been around the houses a little bit. It's got 135,000 miles on the clock.
And it still cruises. And it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart.
No.
Like I've got a Golf with 175,000 miles on it.
We're not scared of high mileage here at Ben and Jon Do Cars.
No. And that's a true testament to German engineering because that just doesn't want to die. I'm trying to kill it and it won't die. I want a new car, but it won't die. And this feels the same. This has got 50,000 miles less and this feels better.
Tight as a drum, mate.
It's tight as a bloody drum, Ben.
So, top marks to C class for longevity.
Absolutely.
No squeaks, rattles. Lovely build quality.
Perfecto.
Look, there's a really deep hole in the armrest. If I press a different button, no, same button. If I press a different button,
What the hell?
there's a shallow one.
Dynamo here?
I know.
David bloody Blaine?
Loads of loads of stuff.
Ben?
Alright.
Hello?
So to summarise then,
Two summer eyes.
Johnny, for 950 quid, do you think I bought a winner? Do you like the C270?
For what you want it for, Ben, you're onto a winner here, son.
Yes.
Good economy, good levels of comfort, loads of space, good for walking a dog, things like that. Pootling along, wafting around, as you quite rightly put earlier.
I do love a good waft.
You're onto a winner, dude. You're onto a winner.
So there you go, Ben and Jon Do Cars verdict.
Onto a winner.
If you've got circa £1,000 to spend on a diesel, automatic, relatively quick estate car, you want it to be reliable, you want it to be comfortable, you want it to be smooth, C270 diesel, mate.
Why the hell not?
Why the hell not? Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Go to all the usual lovely stuff. Go to bjdocars.com for our latest news and also to buy our official merchandise, such as Johnny's modelling right now,
Way.
to help support what we do. Loads more content coming up. We've recently done a couple of newer cars, which was very good fun. Chill out, bro. F me.
Oh, I wanted to get the back end out there. Couldn't though.
You're a maniac.
I wanted to go drifting.
Drifto!
Must be able to get it to drift.
You can't get it to drift here, dude. Trust me, you will not get it to drift here. It's dry. It's got no power.
God damn it.
You won't get it to drift.
Why?
It's too soft, mate. It's too soft. You won't get it to. It won't do it. You loony.
Just trying to scandi it into that one.
Anyway, so like, subscribe, and share. Go to bjdocars.com for the latest stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Watch some of our other videos. Let's do it.
Peace.
Woo!
Yeah! There's a party going on over there, dude.
Raving in the 30 zone.
30 raver. Raver, misbehavior.